For the raised version of internal hip pails and rails, get a box. The higher the box, the more challenging this is going to be. But you're going to put one knee up, ideally right line with your hip here. Then just going to rotate your chest so that your hands grab your thigh, other hand grabs that ankle. From here, it's going to kind of sink into this stretch. Should feel it nice and high in your hip. It should feel like it's in your hip, not necessarily stretching a muscle or anything. You're just sinking into that stretch. You're going to hang out here for about a minute and a half for 2 minutes. Okay. At the end of that, you're going to drive the foot into the box. Now, if I didn't have the box here, what that would look like was driving my foot into it like this. Notice I'm rotating at the hip. Okay. What happens sometimes is if somebody tries to just push their foot straight in, what they're really trying to do is rotate at the knee. We want to make sure we're engaging the whole hip. So on the box here, minute and a half, 2 minutes. Make sure you feel it in your hip. If you don't, you might need a higher box. You might be able to just sink your leg further out. That way you're dropping down a little bit. Okay. You may just have to rotate more. So hanging out in this stretch, for the pails, we're going to begin driving down into that box. As you drive, make sure you don't open up. Stay in that rotation. Drive down hard, slowly, 1 degree at a time, building to 20, 40, 60%. 60%, you're starting to get tight. Maybe you need a PVC pipe to hold on to. 80%, 100%. When you hit 80, we're going to do about 20 seconds up to between 80 to 100%, driving down. At the end of that 20 seconds, you're going to begin thinking about lifting the foot off that box like this. Okay. Now we're not going to actually rotate around. I just want to show you the motion you're trying to drive. So you stay rotated no matter what. As you begin to reach or lift the foot off, you're going to take that slack up with the rotation. So if I'm here and I begin to lift and I actually get that foot off, I'm not rotating enough. As you start to lift that foot, rotate deeper and deeper into that stretch. That should be about 10 seconds of that rails portion. Okay. So again, find that nice stretch in the hip, hang out 1.5 to 2 minutes, pails, driving the foot down through. Make sure you ramp up 1% at a time in that intensity, and then rails, lifting off, rotating deeper for 10 seconds.